Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, hi. Oh, I am so ready for the whirlpool that is passion. Episode 13. Though for tonight, I'm probably not gonna go as long as usual since, not gonna lie, I feel kind of crummy. I had bad allergies, hopefully it was just allergies and not a cold. And then I took some medicine, so hopefully that just like calms my sinuses down because luckily, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just allergies since I've just been sneezing and my nose has been running. And don't worry, I caught it. It's here. But phew. Please don't be sick. I gotta wake up at like 6 a.m. tomorrow for a flight, so no. But no, I believe it's just the allergies. We'll find out later. So without further ado, episode 13. 13-1. Across the battlefield's line, one war can wear many faces. Yeah, many faces. Darkness. My favorite. The senior professor of classics to the Victoria National University, Samuel Seuss, once likened the ample library of Sir Casgrain to the holy tree or the holly trees upon Londinium's fringes. In these essences of knowledge, these long shadows of history, we never fail to find parallels to how we ourselves have gone and to how we will go. Recorded are the epics and philosophies, one by one filed away with our mythologies and theories. Humble scholars fill the page to page with their wisdom and diligence. Each laureate, poet a bookshelf to themselves. Someday, the storm will pass, for hope can never truly die. What is formed of these accounts in ink, that is our civilization in all its pride. Sir Casgrain was a decent gallmate. We debated over many a question through our wall. The wall was, perhaps, the sole reason our time came to an end without his realizing I was a sarcas. He simply took me as Victorian, one too mired in introspection at that. Through our wall? Were they just talking through the wall? Oh, chapter 12. Oh my goodness, so much went on in that. So much. But I want to see the Sigh of Kings already. I still remember his last words to me, before being dragged from that neighboring cell. In any time of trouble, a proud Victorian need only return there, and the winter of our discontent will once again feel not so endless after all, and the coming of spring the closest thing. Friend, you need only return there. Thanks, friend.
Your SOL. I tried those already. Even the paper is the good calfskin stuff. Those books ain't burning. Why call it paper if it's calfskin anyway? Why don't they say writing skin or something?
Writing skin?
I don't know. Screw us. This fire just ain't happening. We've got all smoke and no warm soup pot. Soup. This stuff's just water and a couple of stems of scraps we tossed in.
That sounds like soup to me.
You know what? This is all their fault. Those sneering royal court shitheads have us out here doing all the hard and dirty work, snatching Londoniers across to work their factories across the entire city. And they won't even give us a hot bowl of something for the trouble.
Oh, he hangry.
Captain said we've officially seized Londinium now. Defense forces got disbanded. That little guy's out, the library. Well, I'm starting to regret not going with W. Goddamn loony woman. Whatever. Probably won't turn out any better if I did.
Nah, it would've turned out way better. You can have some soup here.
What are all these books anyway?
Oh my goodness, that long until we get to actually see the size of Kings in action. Well, it's gonna be worth the wait.
Could be discount catalogs for all I care. Why would some old feline collect this many discount catalogs?
Sounds like my dad. He'd be that person collecting all the discount catalogs.
What is it with you and questions? Who gives a shit about what goes on in a Victorian's head? Still, never seen an old man cry his eyes out like that. Rewatching, got his embroidered lapel all gunked up with his own snot. Hey, snap out of it. Give me some more books. The fire's about to go out. What are you doing? Reading them. What? Reading? You aren't literate!
How?
And all this shit's in Victorian anyway. Well, there's pictures in here too. Look at these drawings. There's a feline girl here giving this boy a real slap. What do you think's the deal with these two?
Ooh, I want to read what they're reading. Or I want to see the pictures.
Cheating, I'd figure. Anything more interesting? No, all the other pictures are dull. Just one of these things is a couple 100 pages. How many books do we have here? And the thinner ones over there, they only put out a few words in each line, so you have to keep looking down for the next one. What is it Victorians are writing in these? Do the lads really have that much worth writing books about? This one, and that one. All kept in these beautiful glass cases, and they're all different kinds. Here's another possibility. Victorians are so stinking rich, they'll pay to bind their own toilet paper. Ha, maybe. Why don't we have books of our own? They flip through these things so much the edges are curled. Maybe we do, you know. You hear how the liches are a bunch of nut jobs who hold themselves up in libraries. No one sees them for years and years. That's how long. Not that my ass cares. Hot soup to drink means more than any of that. Yeah, the days just blend together. These books just blend together. Even if I can't read, I know it. There's never one new thing under the sun. 1,000 years ago, we machete people to death. Now we've got more efficient weapons. 1,000 years in the future, we'll be flying through the sky and using, I don't know, clouds and stairs to keep on killing and killing. You know, if we put houses on the moons, plant our own food, maybe we won't have to keep fighting like this in the future. Maybe something even bigger will happen, and everyone will stop wanting to be up in arms. Ha ha. Yawn, never mind. Let's just get that next book burning.
I'm so curious what the book collection is like. Sometimes, I wonder if the work I'm doing is just me satisfying myself, just trying to prove to myself I'm still one of the awake. What Ina said, really. It keeps me up at night and nothing else. After all, Casdale's not going to be overflowing with people who can use a printing press. Where are we now? Red Wine Senior Editor.
You need to get up to speed ASAP, boy. This isn't a classroom. I'm not obligated to teach you the ropes. You could just run your butt back to the countryside. How many more months is your internship?
Oh no, it's me, Intern-kun!
I'm very sorry, sir. I just wanted to be scrupulous about my writing. Scrupulous? I don't want a goddamn catastrophe thesis. I want our circulation beating our union friends at Calvo Realty Sports. And I want them beaten hard, 24/7. If you're the office workers passing by the newsstand, or the Intercity's net news subscribers, is an essay titled Victoria Makes Massive Strides in Catastrophology, going to pry your cash loose. But don't you think Sark has his choice Victoria is a little, you know, for a headline? You think our readers want the truth? Even the Central Journal's top-tier subscribers aren't asking for the truth. You need to spoon-feed them worry, fear, feelings of superiority, slightly leading emotional appeals followed by hard verdicts, and then they'll want more.
Feed them the clickbait.
Then they'll pluck cash out of their pockets. Then you'll guarantee your goddamn job.
Poor Intern-kun.
Who is it? You know what time it is right now. What? How long ago did that new courier truck leave with our plates? Half an hour ago. Is it some kind of breaking news from Victoria? No, you idiot. Move. We're going to the printers now. They should still be on shift. We can still make it. I'll give the chief editor a call. You write me a new headline article, a new lead article ASAP. Front page material. On what? My informant says Viviana, the Arknights, Nova nightclub, long AWOL. She's formally announcing retirement tomorrow. Quick, we need to be there. The first body in all of Kashmir to report on this. I'll approve to the GCC just which rose paper editorial really matters most. Then what about Victoria and the Shard? Who cares, boy? A million things a day happen on Terra. And we only need the most meaningful scoops out of them all, remember that. Call a cab already. Okay. Come to mention, sir, there'd always be an unlicensed devils around here running their own taxis. Have you noticed them kind of vanishing lately?
The history of Sarkaz is the history of war itself. It is a lamentable fact, one I am loyal to. Yet still I attempt to prove to them that, slaughter aside, there are events about us worth being remembered, reflected on. Upon this land, those events that had the luck to be written of assiduously, those can be counted on one's fingers. And yet, even if I record these past affairs... Ooh, we're in a different location now. This isn't what we agreed on.
No stock means no stock, Tona. You get what you get. All our originium explosives are sold out.
And the weapons I ordered, are you expecting us to walk into that cave teeming with originium slugs, and giant gloom pincers, and heaven knows what other monsters, and just tackle them with their bare hands?
That's your problem to deal with, not mine. Listen here. You've been cruising the entire black market for the last 3 weeks and managed to get, what? Half a dozen weapons? Less.
What mercenary squad could possibly snatch everything up? Are they insane? Even Solar Valley Industries couldn't possibly buy this much. Was it a Lord Amir? So which sad sack Lord Amir got ripped off this time? I want a hint. We'll divert around.
No. No Lord Amir. They were such a mystery, I couldn't say. It was probably the Pasha, and not just one. It might even be...
What the hell are you feeding me? Pasha's on a shopping spree at the black market, and more than one? That's impossible. They have their own channels and multiple buying weapons in a huge bulk. Do you know what that even entails?
All I've got is a blind guess. They went through several layers of middlemen and used some foreign firms to keep their hands extra clean. Every purchase happened to be some quantity, and that wouldn't raise suspicion, so if someone called coincidence, it might just pass. But who in Sargon could ever monopolize all this so perfectly?
Hey, buddy.
Got my rides and supplies ordered. Sorted. Yup. 4 cars, rations, water, tents, all good to go. Good, here's the cash.
Dang, he's even paying in cash. When the hell did Spacer get that wealthy?
No. I hear he and his band of mercs are planning to ditch Sargon. They rustled up all the money they have to head someplace else. Colombia probably, or Victoria. A lot more devil mercs, career-changing than usual, I feel like.
What for? Don't tell me all of Spacer's relatives live in Sargon. Does he not care about his old baba with a broken leg?
Who knows? I've never been able to make heads or tails of how these devils think. Maybe they're just sick enough to desert the rainforest. They want to switch up their surroundings now.
That'd be the best case. It's been like this recently. Things are getting weird levels of complicated. Left and right. Makes no sense to me at all. Damn it, the only thing my grandpa ever had to figure out was which the poor beast, Short Thorn ran the slowest, and made the best dinner for us. They didn't hit this many setbacks in their time, did they?
Could be us rural Sargon people just feel it coming.
It?
Just like the Shorthorn. Once it gets intense, it'll knock you flat.
Even if I write write of our dialects and our recipes, of peasant wives' songs, of a chief courier's great drunken boasts, of romance in the trenches, of graffiti in the ruins, these things, in the face of our suffering, pale beyond mention. They are reduced even to an irony of sorts, seeming to inform my readers, if I even have any, that we'd be best served using violence to wrest them back. That was never my intent. Even so, I have no right to be serving you my verdict. Ooh, a new location.
That messenger should be here by now. Did some fanciful girl steal his heart on the way again?
That messenger sounds so unreliable if he gets that distracted by the ladies.
I've had enough of his tardy excuses by now. Isn't there anyone else who can drill into his head how much his job matters? He won't be coming. Postal messenger Arthur Morrison is dead. Dead? Executed on grounds of treason. Treason? Who in the land are you? I'm doing my job. Cooperate, and you'll make both of our lives a lot easier. Tell me what you know about Arthur Morrison, please. I hardly knew him, really. Just that he was the only postal messenger around who'd make the run to Londinium. My own daughter goes to university there, so him and I only exchanged the odd word. He was a treasonist? Was he taking Sarka's help? My girl wrote to me how Londinium's been littered with them lately. Oof.
Ooh, trivia? Oh, that sounds edgy. The myriad of souls. Huh.
That wretch! I knew he was a scoundrel at the first moment. Trust him to gang up with the devils. He got what he deserved. No. Our comprehension is that Arthur Morrison served Ursus. Ursus? But... And you were his co-worker, Mr. Wesley Rowett. What? Huh, sir, surely you must be joking. I'm a feline born and bred. I've been planting potatoes here all my life. I couldn't speak a word of Ursine. There must be some misunderstanding here. I know potatoes couldn't afford your daughter's tuition at the Victoria National University.
Hey, they might be really good potatoes.
Yag! If you insist on being stubborn, I can free you of your other arm too. Don't waste my time. No resistance of yours is meaningful. So, the rumors were true. That Ursus was right. Londinium's been occupied for the past month. I haven't gotten a single word from that place. Not even the tiniest hearsay. Those goddamn Sarkas, they disgrace us, they murder us, they enslave us. And you, the self-professed protectors of Victoria, what have you done? Don't you have anyone in Londinium, a dear friend, a father, a mother, a child? Of course, you're bigger than that. You get to pull them out safe. Yes, you do. But as peasant class, no. We thought we could send our children to the great old Londinium, to the heart of Victoria, where surely they grow beyond our wildest expectations. And now, they're laborers to the Sarkas, slaves to them, in our own country's capital. Those devils are training Victoria's Tempest on Victoria itself, and you people are just letting it happen. You could never hope to grasp Victoria's motives with your shallow insight. All you need to do is take me to your intel exchange. As if I w- Excuse me?
An ashen lance burst forth from his body. The man facing him thrusts his hands out in an attempt to allay the fear of his chest being run through. His hands, the instant they touch that deep impurity, are warped and withered. Hiss. From afar comes a ragged breath, spine-chilling. No more potato farmer now.
It's me. Cashire's flowers bloom for spring. Close all comms. If I hadn't initiated contact again in 15 minutes, abandon this town immediately. May I have the strength not to drown in the flower scent.
In the height of midsummer, he exhales frigid mist. He cannot cower, he cannot shrink. He must establish communications with the opposite side, in Victoria's name. Where is it? Hiss, huff. 11:29:1, code word. He must not look back. He must not catch sight of each other. He only hopes his adversary is fully aware to abide by the rules of this little game. He can tether a beast, but not a poltergeist. Snowflakes whirl around, jet black sinking into the soil of Victoria. A long, slender shadow stretches out from underfoot. He knows. It's right behind him. How close? His heart pounds like thunder. Black breaths clamor at his back. All around him, dead silence. Hiss.
Gaulish. I need an explanation. 93.
Code word. Ooh, hello, how am I today? Okay, I feel like I have some bad allergies today. Hopefully it's just allergies. Took some meds before the stream. My stomach's kind of upset because of the meds, but it's okay. As long as I don't keep on sneezing.
This operation has not received royal assent. We will not pardon any breach of authority. The treasonous have all been executed. Over. Understood. We've never met before. Huff. He's gone.
Sir Troby Asher, our surveillance picked up.
Your surveillance picked up nothing. The fact that he could enter and leave us alive, that declares where Victorian Ursus stand. All this needs to be reported directly to the Duke. Wesley Rowett was concerned and took his own life. The mission is over.
Seems to me like the armies and the Emperor aren't on the same page.
But any action we take could succeed in bringing about their conciliation. They haven't settled on their plans yet, but their empire, their fear, that'll make the decision for them.
Tell me, has my work fallen among the firewood too? Are all Sarkaz's lives, save for being lit aflame, devoid of any meaning? Then why do I still insist on recording? Why do I still insist on writing? Because while my history of war recounts our destruction time and time again, it is my wish to leave the song of every soldier, after the fighting is over, as they turn their gazes to yonder Casdell. Another location. I still love this look on Hoderer.
Tour 7, 3 cars, 15 plus riders. They've been following us forever, but they're staying wary. Following. This entire time, just following.
Why not tell W to hang a U-turn? Maybe they'll be happy to say hi. You could get some free Londinium souvenirs.
Souvenirs? Inside that giant ball of arts they're hand-shaping. I'm treasuring the last few close shaves just fine, thanks. The way these mercs are working doesn't add up. Especially the way they're hunting us. No, not hunting. They're driving us off. They want us away from Londinium.
Aw, our high and mighty General Manfred sparing your life. Isn't that sweet of him? You sure you two didn't swear a blood oath? Want to take this kind advice, scoot back to Casdell and teach some slum kiddos how to read? Ooh, hello? My point is, who let you out of the military commission's dungeon? You were going walkies outside of Londinium's walls by the time I picked you up. Ah yes, going walkies.
My cell was left unguarded for a while. I thought it was a trap at first, but now I think I'm in something worse. Sure, he can be roundabout with me, hinting for me to go resolve some pain in the ass affair. But I think I prefer him just killing me then. That would have been easier. Not to mention, we still aren't sure what pain in the ass we're even solving.
Then don't bother with that. W, can you speed up a little? It's time we said goodbye to this clingy convoy of send-offs. Yeah, my second-hander here's not gonna stand up to much abuse. Good news, though. That didn't sound good. We just hit a minefield. Laid half an hour earlier by yourselves personally. Now, butts in seats. Whee!
This looks to me like you're just fording Bomb River.
I left them the bigger share, I promise.
Stop the car once we circle that force ahead. From there, we'll get off and proceed on foot. A vehicle's too large of a target, and they catch up sooner or later anyway. Here's hoping you do remember where you buried every mine, W.
We trust her. It'll be fine. Well, hooray for us. We're all in one piece. How's that? I did remember. Well, a couple went off, but, you know. What was the term? Tectonic movement did it.
They haven't caught up. I think we successfully throw them off. We need more information, ideally. We rendezvous with Rhodes Island ASAP. Ascalon and the Doctor are on Windermere's warship right now. There are a few things I'm very uneasy about. What did you see? It's just intuition. The less I see any problem, the more uneasy I am.
Well, these three are like old buddies in a way. They travel together a lot. I thought Enos went poof at one point, but she's back. She's fine. And Hoderer got the ultimate makeover.
You guys met this doctor, and now they're Rhodes Island's doctor. I can't give you the full verdict yet, but there's no doubt that in a sense, the doctor has weakened. And I don't mean that in any negative way. Maybe it's not a weak doctor we need so much right now. Humph, you sure? Who knows if some Rhodes Op will remember some random thing that happened in Chernobog. And just like that, I get a knife planted in my back. Are you really as skeptical as you'd like to tell us, W? Hard to say, there's an old hag kind of keeping me at arm's length from their beloved doctor. W. You spent plenty of time walking this battlefield. Any ideas?
I've just been prodded this way and that, like some bug. Can't even organize a sensible military op, so all I do is sit in my front row seat and spectate the most magical city siege modern society has to offer. Ha, humph, chaos. Sometimes, I even have to wonder at this point, is anyone actually conducting this battle? The Royal Court's legions couldn't work together to save their lives, and who gives a shit about all the small fry corps scuttling in from the four corners to try and live their dreams of Victorian vengeance? But the ultimate mastermind here is Teresa's, so this chaos has to have been planned down to the last detail. He wasn't juggling some strategic Lollapalooza, he just set the stage.
And now he's waiting. As for what he's waiting for, I don't want to guess. We can't just go brain dumb and reach out to the doctor or Dr. Kelsey, hoping they'll give us the orders. We've suffered enough with Babel. We need to seize the initiative. There's a source of info that might be more open to us than ever in our current position.
What position? The pathetic little creepy crawlies?
Essentially, sarcasm.
Oh, my nose is acting up again. Gosh darn it, what is in the air today? It's making my nose be upset. I hate it.
Right. And just on the off chance, have either of you heard of any method to kill a lich?
The liches are fine, my dude. The injured hand. Ooh, I'm fighting now. Oh, it's not too bad for a first stage to fight at. Though gosh darn it, I don't like this feeling right now. Come on, medicine, help me more. Alrighty. It's hot. Yes, it is. It's very hot right now. The sun is burning. I'm burning. Is that the exit? A few steps further. Just put one foot in front of the other. Maybe the fire, the anger, the pain, and the regret are all just figments of my imagination. Or maybe the exit is. I don't know. But they're watching behind me, those eyes. Are they judging me? Or just waiting to see how I'll carry the burden of their deaths? They were great men with tremendous accomplishments. My commander, the legendary Sarkaz Scout, and the captain, the last pure-blood Wendigo. They're all dead before me, behind me. All that's left is sad little me, worthless me. They died so I could live. And what do they expect of me? I can't think about it, I can't. I can't let their deaths be meaningless. I have to face the sun, even if it burns me. Burn me to cinders so that in their mighty company, I shall not be ashamed. Flames of passion. Ooh, we in a tent. Ugh. Hello again, Percival. I still love Percival's design. You really do have a knack for waking up right at shift change, don't you? Is this the result of all that hard training, guard? Oh, guard without the hood.
Percival.
Hi, Stretch. As much as I'm allowed to, I did not sleep particularly well. On top of the series of nightmares, the old wound in my leg aches. We almost ran straight into the Victorian battle lines in order to catch up with 9. The infected I'm in charge of are used to being spat on, used to not having hope, but they'd never been on a real battlefield. They were scared headless. I was one of the better ones, and I hate that I'm used to it. It took a lifetime's worth of good luck for us to make it to the camp in one piece.
Just too hot, even at night. How long until the shift change?
15 minutes. You can sit a while longer.
I'll go wash my face.
What's with your leg? You're limping. Have the crystals spread?
No, not yet. Give me my towel, Percival. It's to your left.
Yeah, I'm surprised to actually see guard without the hood on. The floral pattern. He looks so tired. He's just like, back to work.
Yeah.
Percival raises an eyebrow. I want to say it was a gift from the owner of that County Peninsula textile factory. Red has one just like it. The old man had creases all over his face. He was lucky that his crystals grew on his belly, so all he needs to do is wear a shirt. Hopefully, he's still hiding them. When they say that the crystals were on the belly, I'm just imagining like a bunch of crystals in the belly button specifically. Never mind. You brought back more hands than expected. Looks like the situation in the provinces is deteriorating, even before they turn into war zones.
The impact is bigger than I thought. The nobles are turning a blind eye, pretty much as expected. Those towns made a living trading with the caravans. They left hanging with the convoy, so Londinium stopped on account of the war. The infected are always the first to get hit when things go south. They used to be able to plant a few crops on the edge of town, and villagers are willing to trade with them here and there. Money is money, after all, where it's from.
Ooh, hello. How am I doing? Alright. Alright, considering that my nose is still running and my tummy is kind of mad at the meds I took. But I wanted to take the good stuff so I wouldn't be sneezing. And on the bright side, I haven't been sneezing. So it worked. It worked in the end.
It's easy to do the respectable thing when life is decent.
Things are different now.
It's almost time for the bean harvest. These infected spent the last season watering the fields, caring for the crops.
Ooh, I wonder what kind of beans they're harvesting. I like beans. Beans are tasty. Delicious beans. I don't consider him an enemy. I think he's fine. He's just trying to do good, I would say.
But they've chosen to run off and join us now, abandoning the harvest that would have been waiting for them in a few months, and those to come in the future. They would rather leave. They must be desperate. We infected may be used to this kind of deprivation, but we can't come to the same conclusion every time.
Are you still resting, sir?
I hear voices. You're awake. You again, I said. Are you taking the night shift now? Supper. I have canned food from Victoria. Not the best in terms of taste, but convenient.
Ooh, I wonder what kind of canned food. My favorite canned food is Spam. Second favorite canned food is canned tuna, specifically in oil. In water, it's not as tasty to me.
Cigarettes, wine, a bit of pick-me-up in the middle of the night. Pretty clean, all things considered. Razors, arts units, you name it. What about you, Percival? Would you like some hair cream? Not easy to find this stuff these days. It's usually only the officers who carry it after all.
Officers don't die so often?
No, just hard to dig them out from the heap. They're usually at the bottom, you know.
Hair cream?
You need medicine again?
Yo, Spam is not rare here at all. Yo, Spam musubi is like the most common snack. Which is the best. I appreciate it. Spam musubis and heck even local platters, they usually have some spam in it. Spam or rice, spam, Portuguese sausage, some egg. Delicious.
Well, I haven't been feeling my best. A lot of pain. The occasional hallucination. I'm scared that the rocks could start growing into my brain.
It's not going to get any better if you keep digging in those dusty craters. The best we can do is basic medicine that slows the progression of the condition. Don't expect it to save your life.
I know.
Oh, heck yes. Corned beef is the best too. I love that stuff. Like just crack open a can of corned beef and then chop up some cabbage. Perfect. And then if it's like the kind of can of corned beef with the potatoes inside, even better.
I know you're reselling our medicine. This bunch of infected told me that they bought Urpathy meds from a Sarkaz on a motorbike, and that they worked okay. Well, but...
Made some decent money, didn't you? How about we decide your punishment based on how many coins you have in your pocket?
I was just, making sure that stuff got where it's needed. There's a war going on after all. You won't get another warning. But at least the meds made it to them, when we don't have enough messengers to deliver to everyone. It won't happen again, I promise. Just a little bit. A few pills. I've been running a fever for days.
Guard?
Put it in a form for him. Make sure he's registered this time. Thank you! Don't thank us. Thank the doctors. They went from elite to pariah when they contracted Urpathy in their labs, and their companies didn't want to pay the insurance. It's not an easy change to accept. Fortunately, they heard of the reunion and came looking for us.
What about your old stomping grounds?
I'm more than just grateful to them, but they'll never forgive me. I chose this path on my own.
We just don't have the same grade of equipment that Rhodes Island does. Well, we're not really developing medicine either.
Right. We don't take the medicine to get well, just to live a little longer. There's no medicine that will cure Urpathy.
I still remember the operators hurrying around medical, and the sight of Dr. Kelsey in her lab when I was at Rhodes Island. If there is hope for an Urpathy cure, then it's at Rhodes Island. I still feel a sense of pride for having been a part of it, even though I have no right to because I chose betrayal. But when will the day come when a cure for Urpathy is found? 50 years? 100 years? 1,000 years? And what do the infected do before then? Urpathy is no longer just a condition. It's a symbol of hatred, victimization, blame, and alienation. Everyone here has a story, and they're all alike. What good is medicine in the face of all that? It is like rowing against the tide. The land is not a glorious one of morality and kindness. That's why we can't turn away from violence. Shameful as it is, it's powerful. But maybe, no, it's not something that's something for the distant future.
What's your name? Me? Oh, or medicine peddler? Or man on bike? I'm not the kind of guy anyone needs to remember. That's not a name. Okay, let me think of a cool one.
I like this guy.
What's going on?
Wait, I want to hear your cool name, sir. Shouting, and the sound of weapons clanging.
Go hide in the back, Sarkaz. Percival, go and reassure the civilians that just joined us. They're scared enough as is.
I put a hand on the sword in my belt. It is always at the ready. Good luck, guard.
Her. You really want me to kill you? You men are in no shape to fight.
Our warriors surround a group of bruised and dirty Victorian soldiers. Their surgeon is panting, with fresh wounds on his body. Was this really an attack?
What's going on, 9?
They sneaked into the village in the north. Romanik took a bolt. The doctor is taking care of him now. They're out of their minds, trying to attack our camp with just 21 men, including a handful on the stretchers.
Ha! Look at what we have in the heartland of our country. A stone's throw from our great capital. A swarm of damned reunion infected. Come, kill me if you dare, or I'll kill you all! Conspirators, agitators, rioters, murderers, a blight. You're a blight! No wonder the war is going badly. Those barbaric devils could never beat us. The real enemies among us, behind our backs. Wherever there's disorder, you infected are never far away.
Looks like you just came back from the front lines. Low morale, poor organization, hastily wrapped wounds, obsolete equipment. You don't look like professional soldiers. Conscripts?
We're from the Duke of Fife's 4th Battalion. What's the name of the company again? A Blackstream Squad. The East Ham Squad. Do you have a doctor here?
I like how nice this guy is. Injured soldier dude, he's just like, yeah, I think I'm from this one company. Yeah, it should be that company. Sounds like the right name. Is there a doctor? Please help me. Well, then there's that angry NCO dude.
Shut up, soldier, and ready your weapon! But Sergeant, Victor. This is an order. Ready your weapons!
At that point, I'd be like, yeah, no, sir, I'm sorry. I quit.
Keep your voice down, Victorian. There are civilians sleeping in the camp. Victorian civilians. Civilians. Victoria would have given them the life they deserve if they didn't join you to become criminals and malcontents. Why are all the scum in this land infected?
Can we just tape this guy's mouth shut?
Why is every gangster, bandit, devil, and reunion traitor infected? Why is the Honorable Duke of Fife not infected? Why was His Majesty Frederick III not infected? Why are honest and upright folks not infected?
Because they stay inside all day? That's why they're probably not infected? They don't go out at all? There's no risk of infection because they stay indoors literally all day, maybe?
Do people become despicable because they're infected? Or do they become infected because they're despicable?
Sir, I think you're the most despicable one here.
What about you? Is despicability infectious too? How dare you! Enough!
You go, soldier! The Victorian surgeon's eyes widen as he turns to one side, trying to hide his arm from my sight. His lips tremble, but no words come out.
We're all despicable scum now, aren't we, sir? I'm different. This is an honorable... Your arm. I can see the crystals protruding from it. Your condition is progressing rapidly. I'm fighting and killing Sarkats for my country. I just got a bit of dirt on it. Maybe devil blood. What did you learn in boot camp? Didn't they teach you anything about active originium zones? The instructor just told us to aim and pull the trigger. That's what we spent our 2 weeks on. I take it you weren't issued any inhibitors either. Inhibitors? What are those? 9. I think they're uninfected. It can't be. I just got a physical 1 week ago, and I was in perfect health.
1 week. Could be a rapid onset, or they lied to you to keep you on the front lines.
Shut up!
How long have the ones in the stretchers been unconscious? They're in critical condition.
What?
Death and disintegration from acute condition is dangerous to both you and us. You're right to have the unconscious lying face up on the stretchers to prevent suffocation. But did you check their backs? Suddenly silent, the surgeon walks around the stretcher as though trying to turn the man lying on it over, but withdraws his hand as soon as it touches a soldier. The surgeon looks helpless, like he's facing a deadly tusk beast that could spit lightning and poison, one that could leap at him at any moment. But the man is his comrade. Before they were comrades, they might have been cousins, tilling the same piece of land together. I size it, the unconscious victorious soldier up. There's no need to remove his jacket. Originium crystals have pierced the clothing on his back.
Heavens. Victor, damn it! I shouldn't have taken him along. His dad would kill me, then kill me, and if he learned his son was infected. Those Sarkats use witchcraft to infect us. I knew it. It's a devil's curse.